Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is my video for patch 9.18, the review of it. And I know that I put up a video doing a whole rant about this patch and what it would do. And I gotta say that it's actually not too bad at all. I actually like the way the matchmaker's set up now. I don't see, like, in my E25, I don't see like half the team tier 8s. When I'm in a tier 8 match, I see one or two tier 8s, and then the rest are tier 7s and 6s, which is actually pretty good for the E25. And then there's the changes to artillery, which aren't really too bad. Playing with my tier 5 M41 HMC, I was actually pretty impressed with the way the artillery works now. Although I do gotta say that there is a lot more low-scoring games in the artillery, and you probably won't see the large XP games in things like the E25 that you saw before. Although the first day that the patch was up, I gotta say there was an amazing amount of people playing artillery because they wanted to check it out. It was like arty everywhere, but there was never more than 3 artillery on the team. And I personally think 3 artillery on a team is still too many. But, you know, maybe they'll listen, maybe they won't. That's wargaming for you. And of course, I was keeping an eye on the general chat just to see what people were saying in the general chat, because they're more likely to say what they actually think about it in general chat than they would on the forums, because in the general chat, the messages don't stay there and people can't respond later. You know, there's a lot more trolling going on, obviously, but, you know, people were kind of and of course you got your whiners that come on there that just come on just to chat in the general chat and talk shit about the game, and well, the tanks is so screwed up, they fucked it up even worse. Wah! I know, but what does this actually have to do with the video that you're watching? Well, the point of it is that the E25 is going to get top tier matchmaking a lot more. And since there is a known moron on the other team, I get to watch him be the first one to die on their team, and I was real happy about that. I was so happy I took him off my blacklist and messaged him and told him, hey man, you made my morning, thanks. Now, you're not going to see a lot of like super metal battles out of me for a lot of my videos. It might be videos just like this one that are just, you know, total normal everyday battles that I see. I mean, I might do 1k damage. I usually get my fire for effect ribbon, and speaking of the fire for effect ribbon, it's the only participation award that you get that actually means something. All the other participation awards, they don't mean nothing. I gotta say in that respect that World of Tanks is a lot like Common Core education. Like the enemy E25 on this team, the known moron. It's like at the end of the battle, he's going to get a participation award for killing a Chaffee and maybe doing some module damage. But he could do better, you know. This particular guy was one of the ones that told me that the E25 was a scout TD, and which brought on the video that I made, the big rant I made, the last video. I was freaking out about that, and the whole point of it is that clearly the guy doesn't know how to play an E25. You have to play an E25 to its strengths, not its weaknesses. Its weakness is that it has no armor. It has 50 millimeters of armor. Yes, it's sloped, but most everything can pen you. I mean, you have the same armor as, say, a tier 5 medium tank. And of course you'll get those guys, oh, the E25's so overpowered, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. It isn't overpowered. It has the same tier 6 tank gun that the Stug tier 5 tank destroyer, the Stug 3G, I believe it's called, has. It has the exact same gun. And if you use the same loadout, it has almost the exact same DPM as the Stug. It may or may not load just a little bit faster, but the point of the matter is it's the same gun. It fires the same rounds with the same penetration with the same amount of damage. Sure, on the Stug you can put the big old derp gun on it, but hey, why would you want to do that and wait 10 seconds for it to reload when you can put on the same gun that's on the E25 and get a fantastic rate of fire? As a lot of these poor suckers are learning in this battle, as I just give them a withering wall of fire. But overall, I do like the new changes to the matchmaker. The artillery, yeah, sure, you can't one-shot stuff like you did, but I did notice that there was quite a bit of one-shotting going on still. That might have been because it was at tier 5, but what you won't see so often is your mid-tier arties getting into like tier 7 and tier 8 games all the time, which is not really a bad thing. But I didn't really mind being like in an M41 or an M44 when I would get into like a tier 8 game in an M44, because I'd get a lot more damage. Now I would mind it a little bit more because I wouldn't get as much damage. So arty isn't going to be quite the moneymaker that it used to be, but it's still pretty good moneymaker. I do gotta say though that I got rid of all my artillery except my tier 5, so you know, I may go up to the tier 6 M44, who knows. It's supposed to reload faster and it's supposed to be more accurate, but you know, I don't know if that's actually the case or not, because it seems like the reload is the same and the accuracy is slightly better, not as much as it did. And I have on my artillery, I have a gun lane drive, and it's still not quite as accurate as I want to be. Although when I do use the stun effect to cover in an area on the ground, it hits right on target every time. Now I do drive light tanks. I have a Chaffee and I have a Luke's, which this, where they took out the +3 matchmaking for the tiers, is actually pretty good, because now the Chaffee doesn't see like tier 8 games, it only sees a top of tier 7 games. But that's all well and good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the end panels for this battle. Okay, yeah, so this is just a normal game for me. I didn't like do a huge amount of damage. You know, I got 3 kills in it, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll go on and look at the team score. And Ace Man 24-23 and his E25, and myself and my E25, we were the top 2 on damage. We weren't the top on experience. The top on experience went to the Trier and his T67, which is great. And you know, I was talking about that E25. He got 493 damage and 1 kill, but he gets a participation award. Yay! Okay, yeah, anyway, the point is that this battle is pretty much, you know, gonna be normal, and I'm not afraid to put something up like this, because this is what I usually do. I'm not, you know, it'd be great if I could like show you like high caliber Top Gun Kolovanovs, you know, Radley Walter medals every single time, you know, but as I've said, I'm not some kind of Unicon player, you know, where I'm going to be posting that kind of thing. I don't have a 6000 WN8, okay? So, you know, and people go, oh yeah, if you want to see a regular World of Tanks guy playing in regular battles, you know, I'm probably going to end up posting a lot more of those. And when I do when I finally start doing my live streams, you're going to see me fail just like everybody else, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, we'll go on to the detailed report. You know, you can see I fired 17 shots, hit 9 times, but only 8 of those penetrated, you know, which is about normal. I did 1,001 in damage, and, you know, 927 that was a distance more than 300 meters, which is actually about usual for me. You know, I ended up with 37,000, didn't have any repair costs. As people know, I stock up on my ammunition, so I got the full 37,200 credits, which is great. This wasn't a ×2. This was an actual battle, so I ended up with 1,069 experience after premium vehicle bonus, which was okay. So, you know, that's just the way it is. Well guys, this has been another World of Tanks video with T.A.P Gaming. Remember, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or upvote it on VidMe and share it on social media, as it really helps out the channel. And remember guys, you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And you can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on VidMe. Look down in the description and you will find links to all that. All right, guys, have luck and good fun. Yeah, have fun and good luck.